I stood there in the middle of this empty room that we had once called our home. The silence had a weight of its own. It pressed on my shoulders like a burden. There were traces of us everywhere, a forgotten bunch of keys, a cigarettes, but his cup. I didn't want to touch any of it. It felt as if every little action made the moment final, as if every movement meant it was over. And of course, it was over. I was waiting. I still didn't know exactly what I was waiting for. Maybe for him to suddenly yank open the door and shout, "April Fool's Day, it's all just a bad joke." Or for the earth to shake and force me to get moving. But nothing happened. The earth continued to turn, indifferent as ever, and I stood there frozen, unable to set myself in motion. Sometimes we think life is a movie, that there's this magical moment with dramatic background music that propels us into action. But you know what the biggest plot twist is? It doesn't exist. There is no perfect moment, no signal, no divine sign that tells you, now go, do it. I learned that often the hard way. It was after a separation, when I lost my job, or when I was suddenly a widower. Each time I thought, I need time to process, to understand, to prepare myself. But you know what I really needed? One damn action, one small thing, one step. Not to stop the world, but to get my little part of it moving again. I remember that moment when, after an eternity of crying, brooding and waiting, I just started walking. It wasn't anything big, I wasn't a world changer. I packed my bags one by one to give away everything I had or to take to the homeless shelter. It felt like a bad joke and at the same time like the most important thing I'd ever done. And then the things happened. It was as if life had been waiting for me to press a start button. No big explosions, just a quiet, insistent click. And suddenly everything flowed, somehow, albeit slowly. I learned that action doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to happen. It's the little things that count. A decision you make today can have ripples tomorrow that you can't even imagine. My advice to you, if you are procrastinating, stop waiting. Don't wait for the perfect moment that never comes. Don't wait for the fear to go away because it will stay anyway. Jump into that damn river of life. The water is cold, yes. It may sweep you away, yes. But it moves you. And then swim for your life because that's all that matters.